Welcome everyone to another Red Bull Wololo Empire Wars prep game. This one between Ozone in the red and the south on Frigid Lake, playing as the Khmer versus versus Uzzi, playing in the north. And these are both excellent players, 2K2-ish, 2K, yeah, definitely 2K2-ish players. Looking to qualify as there's a remaining qualifier. Um, at the time of this game being played, probably by the time it's posted, we will see who exactly is qualified. But at the time of recording, now Frigid Lake tends to be a fairly defensive game overall. You can see this would be nice if he had scouted this Ozone, getting the walls down, trying to wall up his big section of the map, but it opens up very aggressively. Why? Well, it's hard to stay protected when you have to move out from your town center. It's very nice, the fish that you start with, but around your town center is this marsh area and the farms. You can see have to be out here. This is why the Khmer are a solid pick here. We'll play the Khmer for this farm reason. You can just put farms down wherever you want and start bringing in the food in a hurry. You can see just stacking up these 5, 6, 7. Up here, 2 scouts in. This is going to be a villager down for Ozone. Ozone has to retreat. He's going with a double archer range open with the Bengalis. That's why I wanted to cast this game, by the way. We see the Bengalis. Now, the Bengalis, what do the Bengalis get? All right, what do the Bengalis get? This is one of the new civs, and I'm trying to remember. I know their play as an archer civ pretty generally, and they have a great navy. Some great water bonuses at play here. So I'm not sure exactly what bonuses we're working with, but I know it's great water bonuses. So that's quick walled. So this is fully walled over here for Ozone. And Uzzi now dropping the walls. Big, massive walls coming down. Properly scouting the map. And the wall off a lot easier for Uzzi. And he's protected himself with this little scout rush. And this is what you see a lot. A scout opening into archers. And you can see, boom, into skirmishers. Scout skirm versus archer spear. Very interesting, very classic. We see this all the time. Now the dock is being dropped for Uzzi first. And the Bengalis, you have to believe the Bengalis wanted to play into the water. Or else what bonus are you using? And Uzzi just forcing the constant reactions out of Ozone. Ozone moving forward with a much stronger central force. Can actually do some damage if it gets in. Fletching in for both players, but you really want that armor in, and it's coming in padded archer armor. These scouts continue to poke and prod and look for a mistake, look for a hole. There's always a hole, all right? And if there's not a hole, make a hole. And if you can't make a hole, keep on trying. If you fail at that, you've lost the game. Cannot actually, but there's always a hole in this game, and if you just split your units up and attack 3 or 4 different places, oftentimes the enemy will lose track of one of them. Stock. Making fishing ships that are going to just simply get sniped off by spearmen. Think. Yes. No? No. Uh-oh, these archers in trouble, though. The archers forced to run away. Going to be sandwiched between the scouts and the skirms in this archer play. This double archer range archer play doesn't look like it's paid off for Ozone. I think Bengalis are one of the civs. The Bengalis or the Dravidians get extra wood, and the other one gets extra villagers upon reaching the next stage. You don't know how that plays out in Empire Wars. You don't reach the next stage, you start in the next stage. But Ozone, as the Bengalis, selling off the stone, buying up some food, buying up wood. Now, sorry, that was selling off the wood, looking at the quick castle time, and on the other side, Uzzi could be looking at castle age pretty quickly himself. His archers have slipped away and escaped. Ooh, the forward villager probably going to be looking castle age on the way for Ozone. Uzzi buying food, going to be clicking up very soon. Probably saw the score dip. A forward villager probably going to be looking at dropping a siege workshop. And some Khmer, Scorpions, and Mangonel plays probably on the cards. These skirmishers searching for the archers. The archers in danger of being found out and getting picked off. And the archer play is the play that's going to continue. Both archer ranges building archers. It's going to be a nice crossbow mass with about a 40-second lead. And, ooh, the archers escape detection as the skirmishers unable to find them. At this point, Uzzi probably thinks they've made their way back home. That's just not the case. Just sitting here harmlessly. Padded archer armor could commit at any time for Bengalis. Not that it affects anything for a bit. As the archer play continues, and the skirmisher production continues as well. So, Uzzi playing into the right units here. A third archer range being dropped, and we'll see what happens. Whether we see, and okay, villager is heading out to drop the dock, which I expected a long time ago for the Bengalis, and this is a little bit risky. This isn't the Ozone doesn't realize. What is he doing? Trying to sneak vills. Ozone trying to sneak vills and gonna sneak them right into the houses of Uzzi. And some more archers being sniped off there for Ozone. Ozone struggling in this game, but with this faster castle time, not fast enough. Not faster enough. This is going to have to cause some damage. Two villagers headed forward. Going to be caught out by the skirmishers. Probably not a big deal, as the skirmishers now have to run away with the crossbowmen, and the siege workshop play is in fact going to happen for Ozone rather than Uzzi, who looked like he was prepping it, but instead lost the villager. But it's going to be Elite Skirm Knight versus Crossbow Mangonel, and I like the Crossbow Mangonel play if you can get the siege out in time and keep it protected. The Crossbow Mangonel very strong against the Skirmisher Knight. Now, these ships in the middle, this fishing eco is lending a 3 eco lead for Uzzi, which is odd because Uzzi should have more than this. Mangonel in danger of being just sniped down as the knights are out. Ooh, this is pushing the crossbows away from the siege workshop. Is very smart, forcing this Mangonel that better. Okay, he has it. Okay, sorry. Just trying to figure out how this is going to go down. Siege workshop surrounded by cavalry. The skirmishers closing in on the crossbowmen, but the crossbows have a big numbers advantage and are able to actually snipe off the skirmishers better than the skirmishers are sniping off the crossbows. The second armor not in for Uzzi, so these skirmishers are a little more juicy than normal. Not quite so tanky, but here are the knights, and the Mangonel play now looks a little silly as it's knight and scout cavalry, and enough to really cause a problem. Ozone trying to stay protected, trying to stay safe. He's got another force ready to move forward here from home, and I would try to snipe off some of these fishing ships, with these guys while they're just hanging out. You used to have your guys just hanging out while your army's dying out front, and this is not looking good. The military lead is now for the knight player. Well, not quite. The numbers are still in favor of our crossbow player, but as the crossbow player, you really want a lot of military lead. Now, the monks coming out. The monks do change things, and a crossbow army sliding across looking for some sneaky damage. So Ozone splitting up his forces. Now, the difficulty is, as the crossbow player, when you split up your forces, you always lose. It's just a fact. When you split up your forces, you lose fights. Not the game, not the game. I'm not talking about the game, but you lose fights. As the knight player, you can split up your forces and run away from fights you don't like. So these crossbows are going to be getting here 1 TC versus 3 town center play. And these crossbows are going to find a kill, certainly. 1 down. And just a little bit of idle time, but nothing really dramatic there. This town center going to go up. 1. Just 1. Yeah. Town center going to go up, and here come the skirmishers and the town center. Those are forgotten about. Nope, he finds, runs away. I really don't see the play going on. And, okay, there it is. It's like, what's going on? And Bengalis with a big crossbow army, and it's going to be looking at dropping a siege workshop now on the left-hand side. Tried the right-hand side. That got denied. Now let's go to the left. It's 31 military versus 20. Some of that military is fire ships, which are protecting the fishing eco of Uzzi, which is actually massively important. That fishing eco is actually pretty important. And there's a monk stranded inside a monastery. We're looking at a big fight here. Villagers exposed, but this crossbow army is really a whole lot more than Uzzi can deal with at the moment. But Ozone, quickly dropping back in the villager production, has to win the game with this military pressure that's coming in a hurry. But the siege workshop being dropped for Uzzi. Uzzi realizes, I don't have what it takes at the moment. Don't have what I need. I would love to see. Okay, 4 knights going in for the raid, and 4 knights are going to beat 4 crossbows, but more crossbows and more crossbows. Enough crossbows to deal with this now, and these 3 knights will run away. That's the nice thing about knights. You run in, you run away when you don't like what you see. And that's a nice army of crossbowmen. When you get to that number of crossbowmen, you feel like I can do something, I can make a play. But here comes Bengal. This could be fascinating. He tries to slip in. Does he know? This is actually really important. He sees Siege Workshop with the flag. Okay, when you see that, you can't. No, don't do it. Okay, he doesn't. Ooh, that was a little terrifying. Just baiting the Mangonel out. Just baiting it out. Siege Workshop now being dropped at home. Uh-oh. The knights are in. The knights are in, and the villagers are going to die. Does Ozone even know? This is GG. You've got to notice this immediately. You're already well down on eco, and you know this. So this pressure, as they're dancing back and forth, and the victory lap there for Ozone as he pushes in. Can he get through this choke point before the Mangonel drops out? Yes, he can. He's through the choke point. Second Siege Workshop coming up. With these knights all over Uzzi. Now he's in the base, dropping knights left and right. Big shot, lots of crossbows down, but they're so weak. But guess what? They're still here. Villagers dropping left and right, and it's an eco play from Uzzi, but there's crossbows in his base. There's 2 siege workshops here making Mangonels, both of them, and these guys got to get out of here. Got to go somewhere else. You're not going to hold on here. Not going to get out in time either. Not going to get out in time as, big shots. I love that play. I like that play as Uzzi sat the skirmishers in the choke point and then popped the Mangonel out. Oh, there it is. Another Mangonel out, and all the crossbows are down. The knights and skirmishers doing some damage. The eco KD 16-8 in favor though of Uzzi, and all that Uzzi did win out on the eco KD and the military KD. Sorry, Ozone won out on the eco KD. Uzzi won out on the overall KD. But Uzzi still has almost no military, and Ozone with 44 crossbows, but knights in the back of his base continuing to just massacre his villagers. You've got to deal with this, Ozone. You've got to close up these holes in your walls. You cannot continue to let this happen. And Ozone has had enough. With 50-12 military, calls the GG. Calls the GG. Just enough of the raids. Raiding, my friends, is the way to go for the Knight player. Check the statistics. Let's see what's going on. And the KD in favor of Uzzi. Let's actually return to the map because I want to see this. Eco KD, it evened out in the end. Economy in favor of Ozone. So even with the TC play, Ozone had the better economy. The economy hadn't yet kicked in for Uzzi. And better castle time by 40 seconds. 41 seconds there. Society, you can see that villager number was climbing for Uzzi at a faster rate. And both of these players, man, Ozone's a quick player. A very quick player. With some crazy peaks. All the way up to 210, which is the fastest peak I have seen. But, 216. And a nice average. A very nice average. So, well played from both players. I hope you enjoyed this prep game for Red Bull Wololo Legacy. See you next time.